How is everyone this Tuesday? Ugh. I bought this lip stuff. It's Aquaphor, lip protectant and sunscreen, and it tastes awful. Oh, it tastes so bad. It moisturizes, but it tastes really, really bad. So I keep it here because my lips get really dry with all the talking I do, but oh, I'm gonna need to, I don't know. Like, I feel like if I just had a big, well, I know I'm not supposed to eat it, but if I lick my lips while I'm wearing it, I taste it. You know what I'm saying? Have any of y'all worn lip balm before? Apparently you haven't worn nasty tasting lip balm. You've worn lip balm that doesn't taste like anything. So when you lick your lips, you can't tell. If I were to take Anders like giant tub of Aquaphor that he carries, we have like 3 of them in the house. We have one in Auden's room, one in our room, and then I think he keeps one in his truck or something. So I guess it's only 2 in the house, but they're these giant tubs of Aquaphor because his hands are so dry. He just needs constant moisture on them. And if I take a dip of that with my finger and rub it on my lips, which I do pretty often, that doesn't taste bad. It must be the sunscreen. It's probably what it is. Ugh, tastes gross. Tastes disgusting. Look at you guys. We've got a party here. We've got Rumi was here earlier. We've got Grandpa. We've got VT. We've got Hayes, Mactastic, EJ, DJ. EJ and DJ. We've got Padawan. We've got Lindsay, who is back. Guess who's back? Back again. Lindsay's back. Tell a friend. Did you have like the dreamiest trip? I would love to travel with my girls and take them. I say this with all the love in my heart. Just had my 18th anniversary yesterday. I love my husband, but I don't love traveling with him because he's kind of crabby. He doesn't love traveling. And so like for the most part, he's fine, but he's a little bit of a complainer when it comes to traveling because he just doesn't love traveling. I do think if we went somewhere like Costa Rica, or if we went to like, I don't know, I think if we went somewhere kind of tropical, I think he'd be okay. Flying across the country to go to Europe or something is out of the question. So someday I'm just going to either have to go to Europe again, because I've always wanted to go back with my sister, or I'm sorry, back. What? Auden is building something and she's mad that it's not working out the way she wants it to be to work. What's the matter, babe? But I'm trying to. Maybe you should build things with your magnetiles instead. Those don't seem to have as many problems. Those magnetiles are awesome. We love those. I would love to go back to Europe. I visited Europe when I was 14 and I'd love to go back, but Ander has made it very clear that he's like, absolutely not. I will not sit on a plane for that long. So maybe someday I can either go with my sister or take my girls or something. Oh yeah, magnetiles are great. We love the magnetiles. She really loves Lincoln Logs though. So I'm making a list. My dad and my stepmom have Lincoln Logs, and she was obsessed when we were there in Utah. So I'm making a list of birthday things because her birthday is next month. She's gonna be 4. Oh my gosh. We've got Padawan. We've got Sword Art. Look at you guys. Costa Rica is great. Very family friendly. 4-hour flight from Dallas. No time change. That sounds fantastic. We have a friend that has a timeshare in... No, it's not even a timeshare. It's I think he owns a condo in, I think it's Puerto Rico. I think it is. I can't quite remember. But he was like, yeah, if you guys ever want to go stay there for a week or something. And we were like, cool. But that's great. But we still have to pay for the flights to get there. And we still have to like whenever we travel anywhere, if Ander goes with us, it costs twice as much as it would normally because he doesn't work. He can't work while we're gone. So for us, traveling is twice as expensive. Hey, it's DJBJ! I just put a Valentine's card to the young lady I'm talking to in the mail. Woo! Love is in the air. Oh, what is it that quote? What's that quote that the owl says about being Twitter-pated? And then you're walking on air. Ooh la la, wee wee. That's very exciting. That's actually really adorable. We just made some Valentines today. Auden and I just made some Valentines today. And Charlotte got some sweet Valentines that are like gaming themed that have temporary tattoos in them. We didn't have stuff like that when I was a kid. I already said we've got a Padawan. Oh, I forgot. So apparently for a minute, had short-term memory loss. I couldn't remember. But yeah, so if we could, you know what? I bet Andrew would totally be willing to do something like that. That's not so bad, but we just really can't. We just can't afford the flights right now. Although it's probably, I don't know, who knows, whatever. It is what it is. And since I just traveled with my girls just like a month ago, I'm not in the mood to really go anywhere. But it's cold here today. It's very, very cold. Actually, it said it was supposed to get up into like the upper 60s, but I do not see that happening now. Andrew's right. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to, anyway, I just got a text from Andrew calling me out for not paying attention, which is true. So, I had to make kind of a crappy decision last night. I started streaming a game yesterday called Control, which I actually really, really enjoyed. I had a really good time playing it. However, it does not meet my channel standards, and I had to make the call to not stream it anymore. Now, that does not mean it is a bad game, and that does not mean that I'm telling anybody else what they can or can't play or should or shouldn't play, and that does not mean that I wouldn't play it on my own, maybe on Discord over the weekends or something like that, because I really did enjoy it, and I don't know if I could play it alone, to be totally honest. But I had to kind of make a decision based on what happened in the game yesterday. It was mostly language. And I just have to be careful because I represent something. I represent, not only do I have my own personal beliefs, but I also my streams are public, and I just can't afford to have one of my youth or one of their parents or something be like, why the heck are you playing this game? When I won't even let my kid play that game. You know, it's technically a mature rated game, and I just had to kind of make the decision last night. And I was really sad because I had a really good time yesterday, but it just wasn't quite to my standards. So I've made the decision that unless there are like extenuating circumstances, I really don't think I can stream mature rated games. They're rated M for a reason. And I actually was up way too late last night worrying about it and stressing about it. And I was afraid I was going to offend somebody or let somebody down or whatever, or disappoint people or whatever. What if they infiltrate the Discord? I mean, I guess that could happen, but I guess the Discord is also, well, I can make a special channel with only certain roles. So I can make streaming it to Discord a much more private thing than streaming it to Twitch. And it's not that I'm opposed to M-rated games by any means. And I know I've streamed them before. I've streamed BioShock, which skirted the edge, skirted my line. The one that probably stepped the farthest over my line was Firewatch. Firewatch had the worst language I've ever experienced in a game, period. Luckily, I was kind of talking over it the whole time, and it was a pretty short game. I don't want to say that I regret streaming it because I feel like it was a good experience. I didn't love the game as much as everybody else seemed to, but that was too far. And afterward, I was like, I probably shouldn't have done that. Now, with that being said, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was rated T, and that had tons of language, but it did not drop any F-bombs. So that's kind of that. I mean, it's a hard thing to be like, well, it has this many bad words, but it doesn't have kind of what in my head is like one of the worst words. But at the same time, it's like, well, how many swear words is too many, you know? So I did stream Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but that was rated T. And I I just decided yesterday that I worried about it. And actually Mud mentioned on the Discord that it was pretty apparent that I was worrying about it yesterday. Things would happen and I would be like, oh, well, you know, so I worried about it. And I finally just decided it's not worth the headache. And I don't want to sit here and worry. And Ander was like, you're like, I talked to Andrew about it last night and he said, I'm not telling you what you should or shouldn't do. I'm just saying you need to take a realistic look at what you represent and what you would say if a person said, if you like a parent of one of your girls came to you and was like, hey, I found this live stream of you and there's some really bad language that like, I don't support. And I know you don't support either. Why are you playing that game? And I was like, and then I realized, all this time I've been like, well, I can't stream Final Fantasy 16 because it's got bad language in it. And then, yeah, here I was yesterday. So if I was willing to stream Control, I might as well stream Final Fantasy 16. So anyway, it's one of those things. Hey, it's Alcondros. How's it going, Alcondros? Walcondros. Susie After Dark. I've considered playing games on Discord anyway, because there are some games that I'd like to play, like BioShock Infinite or whatever, but I don't feel like I can stream them. That's not to say that I don't want to play them. I do want to play them. I just feel like my public channel is not the place to do that. So I'm totally open to, afraid of offending people by playing the game, proceeds to offend everyone by dropping it. Oh, I was so worried last night. It kept me up for hours. I was like, oh, but everybody told me it was so good and that they loved it. And I've already started it and I'm going to look like an idiot if I pull back now. I should have just not started it at all. But then I realized, no, because it was worth a shot, right? But it just wasn't quite, and it sucks because I had a really, really good time, but it is what it is. Yeah, that followage seems very fake. Seems very, very fake. Hey, it's Mac. How's it going, Mac? How many BioShocks are there? Are there 3? 1, 2? There's 1 and 2. I streamed BioShock. There was a little bit of language in there. And what's interesting is I streamed Darkwood, which is so wild because Darkwood is heavy. But for some reason, Darkwood never felt like it crossed a line for me because A, there was no voice acting. So we never heard any I never heard any bad language. There might've been some in text format, but I think my camera covered a lot of it on the screen and I didn't have to read it. And it was really rare. And the camera was so far away and the graphics were so kind of grainy that it never felt like it crossed a line. Was it creepy? Absolutely. Was it unsettling? Yes. Were there some parts where I was like, wow, this is really creepy? Absolutely. But I feel like I also made somehow the better choice out of the 2 paths you could take, because this last time I played it on my own, I chose the other path and it was so much worse. So I apparently chose the right path where like everything worked out and it was fine. And like nobody, I mean, there were a lot of bad situations that happened, but it was unsettling, but I didn't really feel like it was a whole lot worse than like Inside. But that's also because the camera was far away and because there wasn't any voice acting. Inside has a lot of horrifying stuff in it, but I never felt bad streaming Inside either because it just never felt like it crossed a line. Control, I felt like crossed a line. Firewatch did, and BioShock technically did, but I don't know. You live and learn, right? It's just one of those things. Our asset management system has been particularly broken all day, so I couldn't work on the project I planned to do. Gosh dang it. That sucks when plans fall through. Look at this. My baby monitor says her room is 45 degrees right now. It is not 45 degrees. I think my camera's, but it's right next to a window. So it's probably like, this room is freezing. It's in the red. It's like, red, your child is in a 45-degree room. No, she's not. I promise she's not. Alcondra says, quick question. I do recall OBS having a clean filter that works on live audio that censors stuff. Have I heard of it? I have not. See, that would be awesome. If I could find a way to play, if I could find a way to censor that kind of stuff like they do in like TV or movies, I would probably be more willing to stream. And you know what's funny? I actually looked it up last night too. Elden Ring is rated M and so is Dark Souls 3. Well, I streamed to the beginning of Dark Souls 3 and yeah, just yell out my own words. Fudge! Flip! Problem is I can't ever catch it in time. I can kind of talk over it. And Ander was like, that's not good enough. Anyway, so I would definitely be open to streaming M-rated games if there was some sort of like censoring option. But as far as I know, there really kind of, fork. There really kind of isn't, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I think you're right. I was just going to say, I think Elden Ring and Dark Souls is more like, it's kind of like Eldritch horror, kind of where there are like dead bodies everywhere and the bosses are bizarre and there's lots of just kind of creepy visuals. I don't know if there's a whole lot of language in those. To be totally honest, it's weird because normally I'm not a person that likes violence ever at all. But Control's violence yesterday didn't bother me at all. Would I let Charlotte see it? No, but it didn't really bother me. That's not what bothered me. Violence like BioShock and stuff like that, or even like Dark Souls and everything, that wasn't a concern to me. It was more there are lots of tentacles. Elden Ring, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, all very like too many eyeballs, too many limbs, too much hair, like all sorts of really wackadoo things. It's like, if you can think it up, we'll make it happen. You know what I mean? And it's collaboration. How's it going? I have no interest in playing Doom. You guys know that, but I just had to make that call, and I'm sorry if I've disappointed people, but I'm thinking this coming Saturday while my girls are like hanging out and doing their screen time, maybe I'll come in here and play a little bit more. I haven't given up on it by any means. I've just given up on it publicly, like streaming it publicly. And it's Tuesday. I know there's always like too much water, too much something. Oh, yeah, no, it is like, I think you're right. I think it's rated M for that reason. I don't know if there's a whole lot of language. Now I know Final Fantasy 16, I know there's language, but, and unfortunately that does kind of nix Mass Effect. I did look that up last night, and unfortunately Mass Effect does not fall into my category either. And I know that is also really disappointing. It's also disappointing to me because I spent money on it and I own it. So I'm going to have to just freaking play it by myself or on Discord or something. But I'm really bummed about that. You can only disappoint me by inverting your camera controls. Oh, collaboration, a fever of 103. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you get better soon. Drink lots of water. You know what they say? Lots of water. And I don't know, eat whatever you feel like eating, man. Like when you're sick, it's better to just eat something instead of being like, oh, I should like, I really want to drink a bunch of orange juice. Well, no, you probably shouldn't do that because there's lots of sugar in orange juice. Just drink the orange juice. By the way, I think bell peppers actually have like twice the amount of vitamin C that oranges do. I don't know. If I'm looking for new games to play, have you considered Horizon Zero Dawn and its sequel, Horizon Forbidden West? I hear they're decent games. Well, here's what I decided for today. I decided we were going to dive into Metroid Fusion because I have not played Metroid Fusion in a long time. I remember nothing about it other than the fact that the X is involved. That's it. I don't remember bosses. I don't remember areas. I remember nothing about it. And it's kind of eat whatever the heck you want to eat when you're sick. Like, whatever, man. Although having a fever is different than being like nauseous. You know what I mean? This is also a relatively short game. I think it's only 8 hours. It might be 6 hours. I can't quite remember, but it's a relatively short game. And then after we finish this, I'm not going to make any promises, but I think we'll dive into something a little longer, like a Final Fantasy game, like either 6 or 10, or I don't know, Psychonauts. I'm not sure how long Psychonauts is. I think I have the second one. I don't remember. Also, I have a couple smaller indie games. Like I have Arise, that was a very generous gift from VT. And I have, what else do I have? I have SteamWorld Dig 2, which I've heard great things about. I've got Superliminal. Oh, I have Thomas Was Alone, which I haven't played yet, which is pretty short. So, you know, I mean, it's not like I'm out of things. This is not even my whole thing. I've got more stuff on we've still got to play Hyper Light Drifter because it's been a long time since I've played that as well. I showed Donut County to 5K Easy and he got obsessed with it to the point where he had a hard time putting it down when we asked, or if he did, he'd be in a really bad mood after. So no more game. Yep. That is my life with Auden. That's why Donut County's right here. Cause I let her play it today and I was like, okay, here's the deal. You have to turn it off when I ask you to. And sometimes she's good at that and sometimes she's not, but you know, it is what it is. I love Horizon Zero Dawn, and if I had the disc of Forbidden West, it's a really good thing I don't have that disc because, man, I probably would have started that the second after I finished Zero Dawn, but I don't have the time. I just don't. I really want to get back into writing. And this is considered Metroid 4? Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Also, as with starting a new game, let me know how volume levels are. My Steam Deck had to be really loud and my Switch is not as loud, so I can adjust it however it needs to be. I know, it's really hard because you're like, a screen is such a necessary evil because there are some things that I just have to use a screen for. I just have to give her a screen so I can do certain things, like all these important phone calls I've had to make, canceling our auto policy because our new one is starting and all this stuff. But it's worse because then she's just worse after I take the screen away. And I'm like, I might as well just not done this at all, but then I couldn't have done. Okay, here's our classic Metroid music. I could always sign into your PS5 and set it as my primary console. That would give you access to Horizon Forbidden West. Oh, dang. Talk about a game I'd love to stream on the weekends, man. Why can't I stream all the time? Just don't have time. Strawlog, how are you? Oh, yeah, see, I don't remember any of this. Okay. I did a thing today. I was curious, which usually gets me into trouble. And I looked up what the creepy, not that I want to spoil this, but I wanted to look up what the creepy thing was at the end of Alien Romulus. It wasn't so bad. Like, I mean, it was creepy, but I was okay. I survived. Like, it's fine. But yeah, it was creepy. It was creepy. And it was a real person. I did not know that. It was all done with practical effects. I assumed it would have been CGI. No, no, no. I never watched it, obviously. But I also watched a Corridor Crew, which is the VFX artist like group that talks about how VFX are done in movies and they break down different scenes and stuff. They did a whole episode where they talked about just the Alien franchise, and they broke down Aliens, I think, and then they broke down Prometheus, which was gross. I've never seen the whole thing, but the scene they showed was kind of gross. I could handle it, but it was gross. And then there was another one. What was it? But they talked about the puppeteering that went into it as opposed to the CGI and like all those different things. And I find that so fascinating. Yeah, I love the Corridor Crew. I love their episode about Dune. That one is like one of my favorites. But yeah, they do a whole episode. I'd been assigned to watch over Biologics Research Team. So I once again found myself on the surface of SR388. Wait, once again? Have we been here before? Oh, do you like Dune? Oh yeah, you like Dune? Name every grain of sand. Name every worm. Hey. Oh my. I can hear it now. Oh, I know what that is. Oh, it was there that I was attacked by a life form I had. Brooklyn Otter, how's it going? I developed the robot arm they have? Wait, who has? The Alien movies or the Corridor Crew? Lisa Nakaib! That's what everybody was yelling when we went to Hans Zimmer. I had never encountered before. Okay, so wait. We were infected with the X at the very beginning? Oh, I did not remember that. I thought that happened later. It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism we now know as X. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Once the X had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness and my ship drifted into an asteroid belt. I remember none of this. None of this. Although the X infiltrating the body kind of sort of gives me Metroid Prime 3 vibes. But in Metroid Prime 3, it's phase-on. The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologics vessel recovered it and transported me to Galactic Federation HQ. Oh, man. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit. It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with my system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Wait, while I was unconscious? Unconscious. Lindsay, thank you! Spot, Rita. Thanks, Janet. Then someone found a cure. Oh. Naturally. Of course. I think I don't remember this, but like, it makes sense at the same time. Okay, so wait a minute. Oh, Stratlog says, busy lately with tax season job. Ooh, I bet. But pretty good. Excellent, excellent. So wait a minute. I don't know of this metal arm. I don't know what that, their robotic cinema arm. I was on the team for a while that worked on that. Are you kidding? That's so cool. That's really cool. I love the Corridor crew. I find what they talk about so fascinating. And there are things that they point out in their videos that I'm like, man, I remember there was one in particular where they went over the movie The Fog, which I've never seen. But there's this scene where there's like this tentacle that like comes under a big like kind of a warehouse sliding door, kind of almost like a garage door. And it comes under and it like attacks a guy and drags him out underneath it or whatever. And they were like, okay, we're gonna break down why this tentacle doesn't look real, okay? Why it looks so CGI or why it looks so fake. And everything he said, I was like, oh yeah, I would never have been able to put my finger on it until he talked about it. But after he talked about it, it made perfect sense. And I was like, oh, okay, yep, 100%. That makes all the sense. Oh, look at that. For the second time, a Metroid saved my life. As for me, one life ended, yet I survived, reborn as something different. Samus has been through so much, man. So much. She's so cool. I love Samus. I love you, girl. Pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over. Did I not just say that? Called it. Incredibly useful for special effects because you can layer the same exact shot over and over. Oh, for programmed movement for aiming camera. Oh, that's really cool. That's so cool. I must prepare for docking. All right, cool. We're going to SR, whatever it is. The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biologics Space Labs, or BSL, research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. Oh, so we've got to like find our pieces of our power suit. Regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and now I'm being sent there to investigate. My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt computerized CO is something I have to bear, as it was the condition of my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I found myself having to do so. It makes me recall my other CO. Eh. It's been a really long time since I played Zero Mission. I don't really remember anything about that either. The most I remember from a Metroid game, like from these older Metroid games, is Super Metroid. I remember the storyline of that. Gotta love pixel art, right? Love pixel art. I'm on a different, way less cool project now. I love the Corridor crew. There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. Of course there has been. The bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR388, as well as parts of your suit infected by the X parasites. The cause of the explosion is yet unclear. Investigate. The quarantine bay is here. Move quickly and quietly. You are still unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget that, Samus. Doesn't he call her lady? Don't forget that, lady. Stop at the navigation room on the way. Uplink from there. Is your objective clear? Yes. Now go to the quarantine bay. Okay. Oh, she's so cool. Okay. Okay. We can aim. Okay. No! Oh, okay. Sure. Yep, we just watched all that. Nice to get those highly braggable projects now and then, at least. I know, like Chain helping with the DK roller coaster, which looks super cool, by the way. It like jumps tracks. It looks like it jumps tracks, like in the DK, like the levels. So cool. No, I didn't mean you to do that. I'm sorry. I misunderstood the question. Okay, all right. Trying to pay attention to too many things here. Okay, so can I shoot things? Because that would be great. Yes. Sorry, I didn't realize I was making him tell me everything again. Okay, I can shoot. Hooray. Yeah, you should be so proud. That's really cool. Okay, wait. Oh, okay. Jump, jump. No, jump. Okay, hold on. Jump. No, shoot. Okay, I need B to be Y and A to be B. A to be, wait. A to be, no. I need Y to be B and B to be A. How, okay. Y needs to be B. Okay, Y needs to be B. Yeah, yes. B. And then B is A. Which is going to be heckin' confusing. Yeah, see, we're already confused. And then A is going to be B, I guess. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. No, I want to, no. Oh. Okay, all right. A is B? Ooh, that's weird. That is weird. Better than working on cat food plants, but sometimes you pay the bills, you know. It's not often people mention things where cinema robots come up. I got to do it when I got the chance. Oh yeah, we love Donut County. That's my toddler. She loves it. Well, and it's great because you can, she can do it with her fingers. She doesn't know how to do it with her, like with the joysticks yet. She's not quite there on the joysticks. But she can just do it with her finger, which is fantastic. But just like Rumi said earlier, it's a problem because sometimes she'll play it and then I'll be like, okay, 10 minutes. And she'll be like, okay. And I'll set a timer and then 10 minutes comes by and she's like, no. And she'll like cover it like Gollum. I'm like, give me the Switch, please. She's like, no. The quarantine bay is ahead. Biosigns are confirmed. Be careful. Okay, I see where I am. Got it. Shouldn't A be Y? Oh. Dun, 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 dun. This reminds me of the haunted ship, kind of. Can you imagine flipping like that every time you jump? That would be sickening. Oh, wait. Okay. A should be Y? Yes. Oh, my 10-year-old, she beat Echoes of Wisdom all on her own. I was so proud of her. I was like, girl, a whole new world has opened up to you. Like, you could play. Oh. Nope. Yeah. Am I supposed to shoot that? Or am I supposed to? Was I supposed to do that? Oh no. There's the explosion. This happened. Oh, this was it. There was the X parasite. That thing got out, and now I have the X parasite. Hey, it's a cootie. How's it going, a cootie? Well, that's it. I am now infected, I guess. Isn't this... I turned the switch off, precious? Okay, well, that's where the explosion happened, so cool, I guess. I don't have, like, a scanner, right? I know, that's what I said. I was like, you should try a Link to the... Or not a Link to the Past. I said, you should try Link's Awakening. It's pretty similar. Although you can't just conjure a bed whenever you want and, like, heal whenever you want. So it does kind of... That is a little bit of a... Okay, do I come back to... Oh, it's like, you are now contaminated. This is unfortunate news. The specimens brought back by the field team were infected by X parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimen could have hosted it. Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one. The gelatinous X parasites invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seems Metroid were the main predators of the X, which makes sense. That's why the vaccine worked so quickly and so well. But it has also changed your cellular makeup. You will never be infected by X again. In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X parasites without a host by merely touching them. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. You may also restore latent abilities this way, so pursue free X parasites whenever you possibly can. This station is home to many species, some violent ones. I think they're all violent. You must keep the X out of the breeding environments at all costs. This is vital, Samus. I am already detecting a massive biosigns in this region. The X are gathering. This may be our chance to exterminate them, but you are only at 10% battle capacity. Your chance of survival is extremely low. The Federation needs you alive and on duty, Samus. Is your objective clear? Yes. Oh, that's true. The Switch parental app can put a time limit. That's true. I have a time limit on their devices, like the iPad or Charlotte's phone or whatever. And it's a little hourglass, but Auden calls it the trophy. She'll be like, Mama, it's the trophy. Uh-huh. You're right. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so I can go through silver doors. Okay. Hey, it's Marmike! Marmike! What's going on, my friend? Akuti says, doing okay. Exhausted as usual. Got my first commission for painting for a painting last night. So time to figure out how to do a real painting for real digitally. Congratulations, by the way, getting your first commission. That's really cool. That is super exciting. Yeah, so this plays right into Metroid Dread. This is exactly this. If you have not, by the way, listen, listen. If you are a Metroid fan and you have not played Metroid Dread yet, do yourself a favor and get it, because it is excellent. It is one of my favorite Metroid games. I don't think, you know what? I don't know if I've played a Metroid game I didn't like. I love them all. I love them all a lot. Oh. I'm a zombie. And navigation. Yeah, navigation room. These are just everywhere. Seriously, good luck, Akuti. That's great. They can support you with downloadable weapons data. Once you have this data, you'll be able to use missiles. This will help against some of the enemies your beam can't hurt. Okay, they're definitely a little more helpful to you in this game than they are in Super Metroid, for sure. Super Metroid really doesn't hold your hand very much. It's just kind of like, no, I did not ever play the other M, which is why this is the only Metroid that I've never played a Metroid game I didn't enjoy. Because that looks deadly. No? Okay. Okay. I beg your pardon. Can I step on it? Gross. Okay. Oh, that's a dead person. Oh, I thought it was just that's a dead person. That's a dead scientist dude. Oh, cool. So this is of the era where baddies come back. They respawn pretty quickly. Got it. Like if you step away for 5 seconds, they're back. How do I get to my... Okay, I need to go up there. Metroid Prime 3 also holds your hand a lot, which is... I don't love that they hold your hand a little more, but I love Metroid Prime 3. I love the storyline of it. I love all the objectives. I still love it. I absolutely love it. So... That computer reminds me of a gruff Federation CO I served under the name Adam Malkovich. He called me lady on missions. From anyone else, it would have sounded sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified. Out of respect and with some irony, I named the computer after him. Okay, that's where lady came from. We know the origins of Adam and lady. We now know where that came from. Yes. Oh, can I... Wait, where am I trying to get to? What is R? Oh, recharge. And then we have a save. Which it's dumb that I'm going in here right now because I need to go do the thing up above me. DNSR. Recharge, save, navigation, data, I guess so. Yes. Data room. Apparently I'm downloading missiles. Wouldn't that be awesome? I love that. I love that music. Classic Metroid. I tried several SNES M games. Never felt the courage to pursue the whole thing. Oh, I love Metroid games so much. Hold R and press B. Okay, that sounds familiar. Yep. Okay. I love them all. But the reality is I didn't play Super Metroid until I was in my 20s. I mean, my brother owned it. Like, we owned it, but I just never interested. I was never interested. When I saw it as a kid, the actual cartridge just never looked interesting to me because it's like this robot looking person fighting what looks like a dinosaur, like a big giant pterodactyl. And I was like, what? So I never actually played it. And then my brother found that out in my 20s and he was like, Soz, you've never played Super Metroid? No. I was playing Astrobot and had my friend round, and when I found the portals, I literally quoted you and saying, "Secret tunnel!" And he wondered where it came from. I said it was from a friend, you, who also streams, but now I'm curious, where did Secret Tunnel come from? Okay, Secret Tunnel comes from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Comes from... is it the episode with like the minstrels, the weird, funky, like super high out of their minds minstrels that are singing their songs about love or something? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's where Secret Tunnel comes from. It comes from Avatar, right? Yeah, the Secret Tunnel episode or something. But yeah, that's where it comes. That's where it comes from. Listen, Space Jambo, how's it going? Only Metroid game I ever played was on the Wii. I think it was one of the Metroid Primes. I have such a soft spot in my heart. I'm such a special place in my heart for the whole Metroid Prime trilogy. I own it on the Wii. I have it in like its little metal jacket and everything, like its little metal case. Fabulous. Yeah, so we all watched Avatar together, actually, as a watch party, because I'd never seen it. We did that like 2 summers ago or something like that. And I'm not gonna say I loved it because it was okay. It wasn't really my thing. I missed kind of that bandwagon. I could absolutely appreciate the writing and stuff. It was a little silly for my taste, but it was obviously made for kids. But ultimately, I cried at the end. I thought it was beautifully done at the end. And there were some wonderful moments and some excellent character development. Zuko has one of the best kind of villain character arcs I've ever seen. And, but anyway, yeah, so Secret Tunnel has become Secret Tunnel. I don't even know why I called it a secret tunnel, because it's not a secret tunnel. It's just a, I mean, I guess it kind of is. It's like a wormhole, right? Secret wormhole. Yeah, Zuko's pretty great. He goes through quite the arc. We were discussing this the other day because I listened to this on a YouTube video. Hey, it's Matt. How's it going? And it's Wolf. Welcome, you guys. Good to see you. Excellent, excellent. We've got a party here today. It's freaking awesome. Oh, I'm reading huge. Do you guys see the size of that room? That is a boss room. 100%. I've played enough of these games to know that that is 100% a boss room. It's like, look at this super huge giant room where there's a massive biosign. Huh. I wonder what's there. Guess we'll go find out. Let me go save. Okay, wait a minute. Akuti says, original Metroid is still my favorite. You know what? I never played the original Metroid because we never had it. And so the only way I played it was through Zero Mission. But I don't remember it. Wait, is that the one where you have to navigate through the entire ship without your suit? You're just in like your little leotard or whatever? I think that's Zero Mission, right? It's just a pupper. You looked up Secret Tunnel. Yeah, yeah. Classic. We were talking the other day about, I watched this video, or I listened to this video by a channel called Pop Culture Detective, I think it was. And he was discussing, belligerent, I'm sorry, can I not get there? Was I not paying attention? That's right. What? How is those things? Do I put, hello? Aren't I supposed to go down here? It said use the recharge room, right? Which I did, right? Oh, maybe I'm supposed to go over this way? Also, do some things? Why won't that work? That doesn't work. Yeah, the blue spandex. Oh, Matt, I'm sorry. Collaboration, who's also hanging out here, is also sick. Why is this not working? Shouldn't this... So glad the internet handled... Yeah, naturally. I have a friend that has that same, like, blue spandex outfit that she took, like, cosplay pictures in. She had a wig and a gun and everything. It was pretty crazy. I'm confusion. Why? Nothing I just said made sense. How come that elevator won't work? Although he said something about the elevator, didn't he? And I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to people. Confirm mission objective. Yes. Tell me again. Oh, electrical interface has knocked out the elevator. Okay, I'm so smart. This may be related to the X. I'll work on it. As for you, try to find another way to the target. See, if I would have read this. Okay. Got it. Got it. Bye. Bye, Lindsay. Thanks so much for being here. Yeah, blue spandex speed run or whatever. Blue spandex for all the teenage boys. Oh, wait, I can use missiles now. That's right. Okay, but I can't reach that. Oh, you know what? I'll bet there's like a secret, special, super secret wall. Maybe? Maybe not. Oh, man. Okay. Cool. Now I have to go recharge. Now I'm in Pleasantville. Yeah, I added some new channel point redemptions. I hope I can remember what they are because I came up with some different ones and I hope I can remember what they all like mean. Try to find another way? What? Oh, you can grab onto... Okay, that's helpful. I can't... What? I can't make it up there. Oh, unless that's a thing. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you were supposed to, like, grab onto that. Nope. I am not smart. They're like, look at this. It's red. You should shoot this with your missiles.
I don't, what does it change it to? Oh, double? Oh, I hate those floors a lot. So much. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Should we just have X's just like flying all over the place? Oh, that's fancy. Okay. I got a missile tank upgrade. Excellent work, Samus. You did it. We did it, girl. Is the dots on the map, does that mean that there's a secret? Secret? Oh, if you don't get the X, it re-inhabits the bottom. Okay. It's music. There must be a secret in here somewhere, but I don't have the right stuff to find it. Power bombs are good for that. Oh, yeah! Ooh. Okay, the eyeball, yep, monster room. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Uh-huh. Yeah, we knew this. We knew this was gonna happen. Most of my voice changers are only for, I think it's
90 seconds or something like that. But I think the banana, there are a handful that go for 3 minutes, I think. But I don't remember which ones those are. Well, so far I have not gotten hit yet, so that's cool. Oh! Okay, well, never mind. I lied. Luckily for me. Oh! 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 Yeah. This is so not fair! Because the X's keep... I mean, I can keep healing, I guess. Oh. Okay, time it. I'm using all my... Oh! Okay, thank goodness. All right, okay, all right. Oh, ragdoll! I can't do this with a straight face. Oh my gosh, I can't do this with a straight face. Oh my gosh, bye Hayes! I thought I could just like totally keep a straight face, but I couldn't do it. What did I push? I don't even remember. Hey, it's Jonathan! Oh, I pushed. Oh, okay. They just keep coming? Oh, okay. Oh, we're ready. My personal favorite is the hydration overload. Oh, look at this. They're like, here, you're gonna, oh no, they're not. Okay. I thought they were gonna be like, oh, here's an energy tank. But like right before you got there, you fell, because that's classic Metroid right there. Like that. Oh my. Wow. Every single shot. Missed. Oh my gosh. Oh, I have, okay. See that? Okay, cool. Oh. I love that. You stop that. Oh. Oh, he's turning red. Okay. Can you shoot while you're on the... No, you cannot. Oh, guess what I get from that guy? Give you 3 guesses and the first 2 don't count. Oh, I am doing so badly. Yeah, no, that was bad. That was so bad. Oh, and then of course she breaks out of her suit and she's in like a bikini. Okay, yes, and return to game. Yeah. It's tough being a space armadillo. But yeah, that's another one. That's also classic Metroid. Man, I love the Metroid trilogy, and I've been holding out streaming Metroid Prime 2. I streamed it years ago, years and years and years ago, before most of anybody, pretty much anybody was here. And I would love to stream it again because it's been so long and I'm just kind of have an itch to play it. I think we could do it with like crowd control, or we could do some fun challenges with it. But I just keep waiting for Nintendo. I keep holding out, thinking that Nintendo is going to release a remake of it, and they just, or like an HD remake or whatever, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Oh! Oh! Oh, it was too soon. I guess I can hit him with my regular thing too, can't I? Take that. Oh. Do I have 1 energy tank? Okay. This music. Oh, oh, we got him. Oh. Yeah, get these guys. Oh, you are so problematic. Get him, Derry. Oh no, I got him. Okay, so like I physically got him. Excellent. Guess what I got from that guy? Indigestion. Morph ball. Yep, we knew it. See how he was like rolling, little roly-poly? Yeah. Not to mention, this is literally the only way out of the room is to morph ball. Yeah. When you play enough Metroid, you kind of are like, okay, yeah, I can see that the only way out of this is through that very small chute. So naturally, that's the power we're gonna get, right? I can't decide if I should play this with my joystick or if I should play this with the D-pad. I think I should play this with the D-pad. I can't decide, but being able to cure with those X's is awesome. Do you mean we could have gotten in there this whole time? Can you actually get to that boss room early? Oh no, because you gotta have, okay, never mind. Oh, this is 1 room, so it shouldn't be. Oh, this is a recharge station. Okay, I was talking earlier. I'm sorry. I was talking about belligerent love. We were talking about, in regards to Zuko, this video was discussing, was kind of taking a deep dive into Hopper's character from Stranger Things, and how in seasons 1 and season 2, Hopper is, you know, a flawed guy, but like he kind of grows and he has some vulnerable moments, and he's relatively, you know, he's a pretty, I liked him as a character. He seemed pretty realistic given the things he'd gone through and all that stuff. And then suddenly in season 3, he becomes this tyrant where he experiences this total personality shift, and he's suddenly just a bully, and he's mean, and he's like banging on doors, and he's yelling and all sorts of crazy stuff. It was so out of character for him. And I know he's got anger issues, but so the video was taking this deep dive into like belligerent romance and these men, particularly, sometimes women, but most of the time men, because they utilize kind of like kind of brute strength, and they are kind of bullies in that way. I guess it can go either way. But they're kind of volatile, and every single thing that Hopper does in season 3 is a huge red flag. But yet we're supposed to like cheer for him, and like he's supposed to kind of have this romance with Joyce, I guess. I don't know. I never watched season 3 because I was too grossed out by it. So I never actually watched it, but I did watch enough of it to see his personality shift. And I was like, this is terrible. Who made this choice? I don't understand. He was doing really well character development wise in, you know, seasons 1 and season 2. And then of course at season 3, in season 3, there's something that happens where, you know, it kind of sort of redeems Hopper. And it's true, you're right. He does kind of get forced in. He's thrust into this parenting a teenager thing. And to make matters worse, his teenager has telekinetic powers. So it's really stressful, but it just seemed really out of, it was just really out of, oh, what? Oh my gosh. So it's just really out of character for him. And, people were mentioning they were saying that when you have a character that kind of makes this sacrifice for the greater good or for the people they love or whatever, it kind of cuts out them having to do any work to become better. And it's kind of a shortcut to being like, see, he was a good guy. And I'm not necessarily saying this about Hopper. I'm just saying this is what the guy in the video is saying. And people in the comments were saying, maybe that's why we love Zuko's arc so much, is because we watched him go through that change. We were there with him as he experienced all that negativity and all changing from being a not very good person to becoming a really good person. But that change coming from within him instead of just kind of having the shortcut where he just was suddenly like, oh, now I'm good. Or now I want to fight with the good guys or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know where the saying left field comes from. I just mean it came out of nowhere. Why is it left field as versus the right field? I don't know. I have no idea. But I did really, really appreciate that about Zuko. I thought Zuko's arc was very, very well done, and it made me really like his character. And this is why when crappy movies are just written poorly, it's not because they either A, have a male protagonist or they have a female protagonist or whatever. They're just written poorly. And the protagonist doesn't work for what they want, and they don't ever become a better person, or they're just kind of a nasty person and we're all just expected to cheer for them because they're the protagonist. This is why these types of movies don't work. But when you write a character arc well, then, you know, you actually grow, you watch the character grow, and that is so much more appealing to people because it's so much more because we all have to do that ourselves too. We all have to grow, and we all have to experience things that are hard and hopefully grow from those experiences. Oh man, I have a soapbox about that. I mean, what don't I have a soapbox on? You mean the writing in movies? Because you are not alone. Out of left field originates from baseball, meaning something unexpected or surprising, as the left field position on a baseball diamond is typically considered the furthest away from the action at home plate, making a play coming from that area seem like a sudden, unusual occurrence. There you go, see? Left field, right field, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, it just came out of nowhere. I just feel like that character shift was so odd to me, and he wasn't likable. I didn't like to watch him in that state. It made me uncomfortable because he was just angry all the time, and he was kind of a bully. And then of course the monster was really gross, and I had no intention of actually watching it. And like okay, nope, not today, not today. And the people that like exploded in like nasty goo and stuff, that was gross. I just didn't like it. So it was too gory for my taste. And then I never saw season 4 because I assumed if season 3 had been like that, season 4 would probably be worse. I don't think I was wrong. But Hopper is not the only person. This is the person he kind of chose to talk about, but he's certainly not the only person that has ever done that in a movie. What's the time limit on that one? Remind me. Is it 2 minutes? Let me set a timer. Yeah, no, not my jam. 1 minute. Okay, Alexa, start a timer for 1 minute, please. Inconceivable. Inconceivable! Inconceivable? Inconceivable. 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 Inconceivable, inconceivable, inconceivable. 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 Oh, inconceivable. Oh, inconceivable. Oh, inconceivable. 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 Okay. Inconceivable. Alexa, stop, please. Alexa, stop, please. Yeah, that's pick a word that I can only say for 1 minute. I set a timer because I was timing something. Okay, but is that the beginning of Dark Samus? Was what I was trying to say. Okay. Main elevator's been severely... What? I do not remember this at all. I do not remember there being a second Samus. So this is the... Wait a minute. This is the origin of Dark Samus? Is it though? Oh, bays. Scariest Metroid game. Have you ever Stop. Have you ever played Metroid Prime 2? That game is terrifying. Scarier than this, my opinion. Pixel art. Pixel art's not so bad, right? Have you played Metroid Dread? Because Metroid Dread is also super spooky and I love it. I am normally a weenie, but Metroid Prime 2 is my jam. I love it so much. Very few games. Oh, Dread is fantastic. I highly recommend Dread, especially if you like this. I mean, who am I kidding? Especially if you just like Metroid, Dread is great. Just double checking my daughter's bus app and making sure that I don't miss it like I did the other day. Yeah, Prime 2 was great. I have the only other place I can kind of sort of compare to Dark Aether is Hollow Knight. No. What is it called? Deep Nest in Hollow Knight. Those two gave me very similar vibes, where like it was so creepy and so spooky, and yet I didn't have to worry because I knew I wasn't going to see anything that was going to like give me nightmares, but I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. And it got to a point in Metroid Prime 2, still to this day, I've played it multiple times, and every time I come to a purple portal, I'm like, okay, all right, let's do this. Dang it. Every single time, because you don't get a map. You gotta, okay, we gotta clear all 5 atmospheric stabilizers to stop them. There's our goal. 5 atmospheric stabilizers. Got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This canonically happens after the Prime series, just after Super Metroid. Wait, this game does? This game happens just after Super Metroid? Wait, when does the Prime series happen? Oh, you're... Wait, so the Prime series happens after Super Metroid? Well, obviously it happens after Super Metroid. I guess that makes sense. Oh, timelines give me a headache. I love Metroid. I am such a Metroid fan. Massive fan. I love it. I have not played one I haven't liked, but I've never played the other M. Just pretend that one doesn't exist. Do you think it hurts when the X like contaminates your body? Do you think it's painful? Because somehow that makes it scarier. Maybe not? I don't know. It's Doom! Metroid 4 is a direct sequel to Metroid 3. So wait, are we talking Metroid Prime 3? Oh! Oh no, wait. But it can't though, because Metroid Prime 3 is a sequel. I'm thinking of Metroid Prime 3. So is Metroid 3, Super Metroid is 3. Okay. All right, that makes sense. Yep. That does make sense. Wow, first we got the Zelda timeline that I'm trying to figure out. Ah! Was that a... No, that was not a Metroid. That was a... These are just... Okay. These are just baddies, right? Why, yes, I will collect every single exit parasite that I see. I guess if I don't, they can make other things come alive. You really... Whoa, where the fruit is this? Wow, that was really unexpected. Okay. We're in a volcano. We're in a volcano, people. Oh. Atmospheric stabilizer online. 4 units still malfunctioning. Always. Thanks so much for the follow. Always. Always. I remember when this came out, you could use the little Game Boy Advance GameCube adapter and unlock the fusion armor for Metroid Prime. What? Are you serious? I did not know that. I did not have one of those adapters, and I did not know that was a thing. Oh, I didn't know those doors could open. You just gotta walk up to them. Okay, let me check where my daughter's bus is. I gotta go grab my daughter from the bus here momentarily. Like 3 more minutes. Aw, Baze, I'm so happy you're here. It's always lovely to find another Metroid fan. I love Metroid so much. She is so cool. Samus is way cooler than... Wow, that was really poorly done. She is so much cooler than I will ever be in my life. Oh, I love her. But I keep hurting her. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay, I do appreciate that they show you where little secrets are on the map. I think that's really helpful. That's what Metroid Prime 3 does. There's this like secret room. It's optional, but there's this room you can like access maps. You can send out these probes or whatever, and it'll basically show you where the secrets are, what rooms they're in, but not how to get them or where they are in the rooms. And I think that is great. That allowed me to get 100% on the game. One of the only games I've ever 100%ed. I did 100% Astrobot. I had to. I loved it. It was so much fun. I wasn't ready to like give it up yet. I had such a good time playing Astrobot. It was so much fun. Okay, so like, is this that, whatever that dude's room is, where like you're supposed to hit the, yeah, When in doubt, when you cannot find a way forward, you shoot stuff, right? So, wow. I can aim! My aiming is terrible. So they don't make those things happen. They don't make that floor fall down, but I do. That seems really stupid. But okay. Dude, the Emmys, playing through Metroid Dread on the second playthrough for me, I wasn't nearly as panicked. But the first time I played Metroid Dread, those Emmys are something else, man. They are so scary. I love them though. Like, I mean, there's a reason they call it Metroid Dread for sure. That is still, to this day, one of my favorite games I've ever... We already have space pirates already? Nope, he's gone. I didn't realize space pirates were already here. So I played this game forever ago, and I remember nothing about it. So I am, wow. Is this where I'm, what's my objective? The atmospheric stabilizers, yep. Are those marked on my, oh, they're in these big square rooms. That's what they are. Ooh. Are you nice? Are you background? Okay. Oh, the X comes and like latches onto it, and then it's not, and then it is not nice. Got it. I would say out of the Metroid Prime games, I think my favorite is 2, but it's really hard for me to pick a favorite because I just love them all. I kind of look at them as one big game. I have Metroid Prime Remastered, and I love it. I streamed that one. That one was really fun. But I just, wow, I am just really bad at this, apparently. I just love Metroid a lot. Can you tell? Just love it. It's like me talking about Horizon. I could just go on and on and on and on. This map is not that big. Okay. Oh, We gotta go get her from the bus. Okay, I'm gonna pull up my words on stream for you guys. Go to my Be Right Back screen. We're gonna go grab my daughter from the bus really quick, so give me just a little bit. Hey, it's Mud! How's it going, Mud? Thank you guys, as always, for your patience when I go grab Charlotte. I try to be as fast as possible. I try to check my... Oh, shoot. Well, my phone isn't important now because I don't have to check for the bus, but I try to time it so that I'm gone for the least amount of time. But sometimes the bus is late and sometimes, you know, it's one of those things. But sometimes I time it perfectly where I'm like, we go out there, the bus is already there, boom, we grab her, come back inside. I get Auden set up with her little screens and Charlotte does her thing. And some days it do be like that. And then other days it do not. It's going. I feel that. I totally feel that. Okay, so I think we have 2 of these things left, I believe. Yeah, I don't remember any of this, man. Okay, I definitely can't make that jump. Why? Oh, and I can't leave. Oh. Can I like blow some of this up? No. It's John! It's Susie versus Susie X. Is this where Dark Samus is born, basically? You know what? Don't tell me. I don't remember, and we'll get there. I am stuck. Okay, it's not one of those rooms. There are a lot of games with an evil Samus. That's fair. That's totally fair. Maybe downward? Maybe it's like... Oh, I see. You push off like that. I gotcha. I was very confused. They did make that much easier than they did in Super Metroid. Super Metroid, it is brutal. It's really frustrating. Oh shoot, I only have 6. I remember coming across a guy streaming Super Metroid and he got stuck where you get that power. No! He got stuck in that one place where they kind of try to teach you like how to do that wall jump. And he was there for hours. I went and checked back on him later and he was still there. I felt so bad. I was like, man, dude, that sucks. Cause it's really tricky. It's a really tricky thing because it's not as simple as just, you know, and people in chat were trying to help him, trying to be like, no, you got to push the D-pad in the opposite direction, like right when you hit the wall. It's really tricky. He really, I mean, I hope he got it someday, but I feel like this is the first game for normies instead of hardcore gamers. It's much more forgiving than what came before. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. I probably wouldn't have thought about it that way until you... Although, you know what? It's very... Ah! Again? Just aiming for his claw. Yeah, stupid. And his... I am so bad at this game. It is a lot more forgiving. That's true. Like Super Metroid, playing Super Metroid on Nintendo Switch Online is definitely easier because you have save states. Woo! Which is helpful. Oh. Speaking of helpful, that is not helpful. How many have I? 13? Okay. Oh. Wait. Okay. I think I know what buttons I'm pushing. Oh my gosh. I am gonna die! There we go. No, I'm not. I'm fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, well look, do you see the numbers? You count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. And so you match however many there are to the numbers. Yep. Perfect. You got it. Smart girl. I do hear that sound. It's like a bug. Yeah. Why did I shoot that with a missile? I'm very trigger happy on with my missile. That's how close to death I was? Oh, biscuits. I could rewind, but I won't. Dread gave a middle finger salute to all the normies. Dread was so great. I loved Dread. The animation was so smooth. Oh, I loved the animation so much. I loved it. I loved everything about it. I didn't 100% it though, because some of those Shine Spark puzzles, I was like, I know how to do this, but my fingers physically won't do it. I just can't. I'm just not going to spend hours and 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 hours. How far back am I? When was the last time I saved? I should create save states. Self, you should do that. Yep, I should. I had one of those Nintendo vouchers and used it on Splatoon 3 instead of Dread. You know what though? I hear Splatoon is great, so I'm not gonna judge. Dread is also great, but I hear Splatoon is also great. I've never played Splatoon, but I've heard really great things about it. Dread is awesome, so I beg your pardon. You are too big, too problematic. Someday you'll get a chance and you will play Metroid Dread and you will love it because it is fantastic. And it has one of the best endings, I thought. Definitely, in my opinion, has probably the best Metroid ending, like, period. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I loved it. The final boss fight is one of my favorite boss fights in any Metroid game ever. You got vouchers for Tears of the Kingdom and Kirby. I know a lot of people that got the vouchers for Tears of the Kingdom. I did not. Oh man, there's another one. I actually was just, it's funny because I just replayed Tears of the Kingdom over the summer, right? I just replayed it because I was playing it when I went to, or no, it was last summer I replayed it after I saw because I started it on the plane ride to Utah last summer, I think. Seriously? Why won't you die? You are such a... Wait a minute. Did that give me life? Do certain colors give you life? Or is it anyway? It's good, but it's not Metroid good. Yeah, I've never played Splatoon. And I have a hard... Isn't Splatoon like $60? I mean, that's a hefty price tag. So for me... Is this the same way? I should probably create save states. Save state. Where's this lead? Oh. I should really try it. My brother says that it's fantastic. He loves it. Nope. Dang it. Darnity darn. Woot keeps Dread on sale almost most of the time. Oh, isn't hey, we've got X. Oh my gosh. X is here. X of the universe. Hey, we're finding your fellow X here. Create his weapons. That is helpful. Thank you so much. Welcome. Dude, I'm telling you, Metroid and Zelda bringing people together always, all the time. And I love it because they're the two of the games that I'm like the most passionate, two of the game franchises I'm the most passionate about. I love Metroid and I love Zelda so much. So much. I cannot believe I've died twice now on my way to do this mission. It's because I'm not paying attention. It's because I'm talking. That's why. But you are worth it. We just watched The Incredibles the other night. We watched it on Sunday. But you are worth it. Stay away from me. So yellow is life then? Oh, see, here I was just thinking, beg your pardon. I was just thinking that they were just all the things. Like X was just X and it didn't matter what color you got. It was all just, okay, but green is weapons and yellow is life, right? I love that Samus doesn't just die, she explodes. You know, I wondered if I should put Metroid Fusion as my what's it called, my category. But retro had way more viewers, and so I was like, might as well. I don't know. I guess I could have put it as Metroid Fusion. I don't really know. Should I create a save state? Is that cheating? I felt like it was cheating all throughout Zelda. I felt like it was cheating to create these save states, but let's be honest, there is no way I could have beaten that game without them. Without, like, takes out his little wings, his little wingy dingies. I just noticed that. That's the reason I died multiple times. I am so smart. SMRT. I understand. I understand. So if you do try a randomizer sometime, you should do the Zelda A Link to the Past Super Metroid combo one. Wait a minute. What? You mean you can combine the two games together? Because that sounds like a freaking awesome time. I know, see? Back in my day, we didn't have these fancy saver states or rewind, and you and me both, man. Like, I love them for what they are, but I do feel kind of guilty using them because I'm like, no, I shouldn't, because that's cheating. But I used them so much playing the original Zelda because the original Zelda was so hard. Oh my gosh, it was so hard. I would never have made it through that game if I hadn't had save states / rewind. I finally just eventually just accepted it and was like, you know what? I'd rather, I don't know. I was gonna quit if I didn't. Oh, I was gonna quit if I didn't use save states, but I did, and everybody told me, no, that's not bad, it's fine. So I beat it, but I only beat it with save states. The only way I ever beat Little Nemo Dream Master on the original NES was through save states. That was the only way. There's no freaking way I was gonna be able to do it. And that game came out when I was a child. No. Save states just make up for the 90s video game rental difficulty curve. That's right. We're just getting our time back. That's what we're doing. So I actually, Shane, that's a great question because I was just thinking about that the other day. I am 100. Stop the presses. It's Collector. Oh my gosh. It is so good to see you, my friend. Have you beaten Horizon Zero Dawn yet? Yeah, Little Nemo was absolutely insane. And you know what? I am going to create a save state. Suspend point. Whatever. You guys know what I mean. We can go back to Minish Cap on Friday if you want to, but if we're going to do something like bingo or like challenges or whatever, then I'm open to anything. We can do any Zelda game. We could, because it's not really so much about beating the game, it's just about playing it and maybe trying to mark squares on a bingo card or whatever. So that's really a great question. I don't have an answer to that. I was just gonna pick up Minish Cap and just pick up where we left off. Oh, okay. No, I need to go back the other. Okay. Save point room. What is in this room over yonder? I'm sorry, what? There's a new Little Nemo coming out? How did I not know this? Who's watching the State of Play tomorrow? Me. I will watch it. Is it, okay, this is a serious question that you may laugh at, but I'm being 100% serious. Is it too early for them to have another Horizon game? When was Horizon released? 2 years ago? That's not long enough. And that makes me sad. Yeah, who will finish it first? Sword Art or Collector? No, I will not be, that doesn't surprise me. You're a busy person. I get that. I respect that. I love Horizon, yeah. Ooh, yep, nope. Not going for a swim in that stuff. No, thank you. I think I'm all right. Oh, these clown shoes again. Okay. I am only semi paying attention. Oh, no, wait, I have been here. Just ran right at him. It's just Little Nemo and Nightmare Fiends? Wait a minute. When was this announced? This is Metroid Fusion, and I have not played Metroid Fusion in years and years and years, so I remember zippy zap about it. I don't remember anything about it. I did remember the X, though. I remembered the X parasite. But that was it. That's all I remember. So all of this is pretty much like playing it for the first time. Okay, okay. I played this on Game Boy Advance. I played Zero Mission on Game Boy Advance, and then I played Minish Cap on Game Boy Advance. And then I think I played Link Between Worlds and some Castlevania game on my sister's 3DS because I did not own one. I really regret not getting a 3DS for myself. I love Link Between Worlds. Oh, Stixel. That's my dog. Her breath stinks so bad. Oh my gosh. Oh. A live stream mission? What time does it start? Okay, wait. Hold on. I gotta catch up with chat. Hold on. Probably too soon. Maybe a spin-off, but there's no rumors. Okay. Who... Hold on. I'm gonna click this link. Steam says Little Nemo and the Nightmare Fiends. When was this even announced? I love the animation too. It's very storybook. Little Nemo Dream Master was not for the faint of heart. Forbidden West was only 2 years ago. Okay, that's what I thought. I was thinking that it was... Oh, it's 2 p.m. Oh, interesting. Okay. I did not know they were coming out with another Little Nemo. Huh. Yeah, I remember trying that one and failing miserably when I was a kid. I could always make it to the train level. The train level where you were running along that toy train. That was probably about as far as I made it, which was pretty far considering that I was a small child, but that was about as far as I made it. After that, I remember it just got too complicated and too challenging, and I just wasn't good enough. I did not get good. Why? How do they keep a... Oh, okay. Oh, it's like a nest. I understand. Okay, whole life. Everything's good. Awesome. That's the only way I got it. I got through that game was playing it with save states. And to be totally honest, I don't even remember most of the last... I don't remember any of the last levels. I don't even really remember the boss, really, like the final boss, but I just remember creating I remember creating so many save states. Just being like, this is impossible! How did anybody do this as we were kids? 4 p.m. my time. Forbidden West is 3 years old on the 18th of this month. That's right, because it came out like right before my birthday. My birthday's on the 22nd, so that was my birthday present. Excellent birthday present. I can aim, right? Yeah. Okay, so far, doing much better aiming. I love these dudes that are just like, you know what? I'm just feeling like shooting my laser. Ugh! No reason, no rhyme or reason. Just feel like shooting a laser. There's nobody there. But I'm gonna shoot anyway. Okay, that was so much better than the last time. Wow. Yeah, I've done all this and then I died. There was a 5-year gap between Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. Oh, biscuits. Okay, well, that's understandable. I get it. I understand. I hate it, but I will accept it. It's not like it's not like I don't have things to play. I mean, I have plenty of things to play. This is why I haven't pitched a fit about Silksong. I am so excited for Silksong, if it ever happens. But I also am just not, like, it's not like I've run out of things to play, you know? I have plenty of things on my backlog. The backlog is long enough. I don't need to sit here and complain and gripe about them not. I guess there were a bunch of people that like signed a petition or something for Silksong to try and get Team Cherry to basically, oh, look at that, to basically release the game. And I was like, that is just, oh, that's a boss room is what that is. I don't know. it'll happen if it happens. It'll happen when it happens, if it's meant to happen. I can't imagine the pressure that is on a team like Team Cherry. I mean, look what happened to, Collector, you're the best! Thanks for the resub. I will play you Aloy's theme. Ready? I love that song so much. Just wait. Just you wait until Forbidden West. The music gets even better. You think it's amazing now, and it is amazing for Zero Dawn, but the Forbidden West soundtrack is like chef's kiss. Yeah, so the games that the devs of Celeste, yeah, that's what they're called. Extremely OK Games. They had to scrap their game because there have been problems. There are like mental health issues with Maddie, I think, and like just the whole team and everything. They couldn't. I can't. And like I said, I can't imagine the pressure of this tiny little studio that created this amazing game and got all this hype, and then how do you even begin to fill those shoes? Get out of town. You know what? You're easier than your... Oh no, never mind. Spoke too soon. Oh, you can like... Okay, all right. So what is red? Is red life? Fake eye. Give him the lazy eye. Gotta put some gross tasting lip balm. That's Aloy's theme. Makes sense. I have not listened to the soundtrack yet. I love that soundtrack so much. But I love Forbidden West's. I mean, I don't know. I would just kind of put them together. Just put them together because they're both just fantastic. I don't want to butcher his name. I don't know how to... Joris Demon, I think it is, or something. Legend. Amazing at what he did. Who else was it, though? I can't remember who else did music in Horizon Forbidden West, but it was somebody else. I believe their name starts with an O. Oh. Oh. What? Oh, yeah, of course. What? Am I just supposed to suck all the... Oh. That's not working! Oh my gosh. Am I supposed to... What? Dude, this music actually sounds like what happens when you use funk in Toe Jam and Earl. Okay, was that life? No, that was weapons. Okay, that's cool. That doesn't work. Well, at least he's giving me life, I guess. I have so many questions. Did that hit him? If it's his eyeball? Oh, yeah! Okay. Wasn't sure if that actually hit him. Charge beam! That's right. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Alexa? My Alexa is listening. Lozo... That's okay, Alexa. Thanks. Yeah. They did some of the music for some of the like bigger machines in Forbidden West, and I'm not going to spoil it, but the bigger machines in Forbidden West have kind of like their own themes, whereas in Zero Dawn, I don't feel like there are as many... Wait, Charge Beam does what? Charge Beam... I mean, there are kind of like certain musical scores that play during, you know, like I think when you fight a Thunderjaw, I think, you know, I think the Thunderjaw and the, oh, maybe not. was gonna say, I think the Thunderjaw and I don't know. I just know that there are different like music scores that play with each, they're all individualized to the big machines in Forbidden West. Oh, I see. Fancy. How convenient for that X. Hooray, we did it. I can now charge up like Mega Man. Woo. Oh yeah, look at that. I even flash red. Can't shoot through walls though. Unlike pretty much everything in the original Zelda. That was so cheap. The cheapest thing I saw was the fact that in the dungeon the first dungeon I went into in Zelda 2, there was a very clearly locked like pillar, and the baddies could just move right through it. And that was like, that's just a whole different level of like a whole different level of unfair. Rude. Totally unfair. I only put about 15-20 minutes into Zelda 2 because I'd already just beat Zelda 1 and I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to play this. This is not my idea of a good time. Like, I'm done. Yeah, the music, all the music. I mean, the music is just great overall in Horizon, but the individual like large machines have kind of their own themes, and I love them. Okay. Are there like... The only problem is I don't know if there are secrets. I don't know if I have gotten said secrets. I think I have. Zelda 2 was like the Dark Souls of game, in the Dark Souls in time and difficulty. Dude, Dark Souls, I am not a Dark Souls person. My brother is. My brother loves Dark Souls, and I just... That's not my jam. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't have the kind of time to sit and throw myself at games like that for just hours upon hours. I just don't have that kind of time. And it's Scarecrow! Oh, thanks, Scarecrow. Yeah, it was kind of... X is right. There are secrets literally everywhere. I remember that from Super Metroid. Being like, there's pretty much a secret in almost every single area. Every single room, pretty much. Yeah, it was one of those things that like, it bummed me out, but at the same, oh, I am not going the right direction. Oh, yes I am. No, I'm not. Wait, that was the lava room. That's what that was, right? I don't think we can go there yet. I think that's why, because I've obviously been inside and did a nope and turned around and left. Okay, just making sure I'm going in the right direction. Yeah, I was bummed, and I stressed out a lot about it last night because I didn't want to let anybody down, but at the same time I was like, I just got to do what feels right. And maybe this coming weekend on Saturday when the girls are kind of watching TV and stuff, because, you know, that's just kind of what we do at like, you know, around the same time, maybe I'll boot it up again just over Discord and play some more, because I don't want to give up on it. I'm certainly not ready to give up on it, but because oh, that's not where I meant to go. Because it made the decision even crappier because I had a really good time yesterday. Oh, whoops. I thought that was the way you got in there. Maybe that is not the way you do that. I really liked how Metroid Prime did things where there was a sound when there was a secret nearby. Okay, cool. So I can't get into either of those places. I will semi-lurk as I continue packing. Did you enjoy Zelda 1 or 2? Yes. I enjoyed it because I had a good time playing, and it gave me a lot of really great content that I was able to turn into, you know, fun little YouTube shorts and things like that, because I'm trying to grow my Twitch channel, obviously, and so that's part of growing. But would I have stuck it out if I'd been playing it on my own? Probably not. And I only played about 15 minutes of Zelda 2. I wasn't interested in playing the whole entire game, especially not after coming off the heels of Zelda 1. But I also feel like I made it harder on myself because I said no backseating. And so nobody told me what to do. Nobody helped me. I got a map that I pulled up on my phone, which was helpful. And so when I would ask questions, I realized have explicitly been like, okay, no backseating. And so I finally threw that out near the end and was like, you know what? Tell me how to do this, because I'm going to quit if I don't have. So getting like new like sword upgrades and tunic upgrades definitely helped. And I did beat it, and I can now say that I've officially beat the original Zelda, but like I never would have beat it in its original way. Yes, and this game is different and has lock sets. Oh. Oh my gosh, I've wondered what those are. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Oh, so it's not based on the weapon you have? Okay. If only this game had a map, that would be so useful. What did I say in Control yesterday? I was like, I need a mini map. I really needed Control's map, to be totally fair. I needed Control's map to be like Metroid Prime's map, where you could like rotate it because it was 3-dimensional. Just the fact that they had lower levels be slightly deeper in color than the higher levels, like cool, but I still can't see the map very well. That was kind of odd to me. Did I survive Zelda 2? No. I have the highlight video on my YouTube channel if you want to go check that out. I played 10, 15 minutes of it with fully intending to not play. Like, I was just like, we're going to give this just a teeny bit of time, but I have no interest in playing this. Even with save states and stuff, I was like, no, this is not. I had just finished beating the first one and I was like, I am done. I mean, I did survive. I got to my very first game over and then I was like, I'm out. I'm done. Nope, no more. Sector 2, Tro. The tropical habitat shows abnormalities. Of course it does. I suspect the X entered this sector with the help of our unseen saboteur. He or it or she. Hello, I'm a girl. Come on now. He or it may be in Tro now. Samus, get over there. We need you to put an end to this. Is your objective clear? Uh-huh. Start moving. Say please. Yeah, Return of Ganon. Yeah. It was that moment was hysterical. That laugh. Oh, it was great. I had a really great time. Like, it was fun to stream. It gave me lots of really great content, but I was like, I was not. It wasn't my favorite Zelda game, let's just say that. As I listened to the briefing, my thoughts turned to Adam. The real Adam understood me well. He would end orders by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He knew I wouldn't disagree. That was just his way of noting our trust. I wonder if I can trust this computer too. Something is happening to this computer. Something is... Okay, so I can't get that open. X is like, "Psst. Hey, listen." Okay, so I'm supposed to go where now? As if I was paying attention to the briefing, but I wasn't. Oh, over here. 2. Dude, I don't remember any of this. Yeah, so, and I would imagine like a guide and save states. But I don't have any interest in playing it. Maybe like way later down the line. Maybe for like a bingo game or something where it's not my objective to stay alive for very long. You know, I would be willing to do something like that. But as far as like playing it to actually beat it, I have zero interest. But it was really fascinating seeing the difference between the two and how far they came just within the second one. Samus, it's an X mimicking you. I have named it the SAX. I believe the SAX came from the capsule containing your infected suit parts. It used a power bomb to escape the quarantine bay. Oh. That explosion breached the capsules containing all the X that started this disaster. But the SAX is definitely our biggest worry right now. It's mimicking you at full power. You can't face it. If you see it, just run. Don't think about fighting. You are still very vulnerable to cold, an unexpected side effect of the Metroid vaccine. Okay, Metroid. Yeah.
Hey, listen!
Like Metroids, you can be frozen by an ice beam. Of course, the SAX is armed with the ice beam. Stay away. If you see it, just run. In yellow, just run, highlighted. HQ says they have bomb data ready in the data room. Bombs will help you find a way out if the SAX traps you. The data room is here, but it's sealed by a hatch. You'll have to find the security room and release the level 1 blocks. Yeah. Per safety protocols, it's not marked on the map. Oh. S-A-X on the beach. Saxophone. True story, I used to play the saxophone. I played the flute, and the flute is up here, and it's the same fingerings, just down here by your side. But it's an entirely different instrument because it's a reed instrument, and I was terrible at it, but I played it to get into jazz band so I could sing for the jazz band. And I sucked it up and did jazz band for 2 years, and it was not my favorite, but it's okay. Samus Aran X, I believe. Yeah, I think you're right. Go get that bomb data. Oh, I'll keep an eye out for her. Yes, save. I thought about playing the flute, but I don't know how to read music. Yeah. I can sight read a little bit. I can read music somewhat. My mom taught me how to. I mean, I grew up with a very musical mom, so I can read music, kind of, but I mostly can just read music like on a piano. Like the flute, I'm really great with the treble clef. So that's the right hand if you're playing piano, or like usually the melody happens in the treble clef, although I guess alto or like harmonies can happen there too, but the bass clef, I cannot sight read the bass clef. So for if you're looking at like a line of music that all the music notes are on, there are names for all the notes, right? And so for treble clef, there's F-A-C-E for all the spaces. And then for all the lines, there's every good boy deserves fudge, right? And then for the bass clef, it's like all cats something. I don't remember. And so every time I'm like, all cats are it's every single time, every note. It's terrible. With the treble clef, I have it pretty much all memorized. But with that one, I'm like, I can only sight read for singing. I couldn't play an instrument that way. Yeah, I can sight read singing pretty well too. I'm not great at it, but I can kind of sort of look at something and be like, okay, like I have kind of a feeling, I can kind of feel it. But, sword art, I like the music jokes that are being told here like yesterday. I don't remember the music jokes from yesterday. Or friends who knew everything and exchanged tips for money. Oh yeah, like Mactastic. Mactastic said he had the only Nintendo Power magazine subscription out of all of his friends. He charged them for Zelda secrets. Not even secrets, tips and tricks. Entrepreneur at a young age. Oh, this is like the Frozen. No. Whoa, that was a change. Quite the change. The haunted ship. Can you jump on those? No, I mean you can, but it hurts you. Okay, well I obviously can't go that way. I love her little hiccup. That's one of the things I actually really love about Metroid Prime 3 is Samus sounds so realistic. When she gets hurt and stuff, she like yells and she makes these really loud kind of like, ah, when she gets into like a lot of pain. And I don't know, I really appreciated that attention to detail because I think that was really, really realistic. It happens in Metroid Prime 1 and 2 as well, but I feel like it's more intense in Metroid Prime 3. Every good boy deserves fudge. Or something about geese flying south. I don't remember what it is. Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie. That's great. I've never heard that one. I chose to play the flute because it was the most, it was the lightest instrument that I could like bring home with me because I had to walk home from school. So it's not like I was gonna carry something massive. So I played flute for 4 years and I did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. I liked it a lot. I worked hard at it and I came from, my mom was really, really musical. So my family is made up of very, very, very right-brained people. Very, very creative, all about the performing arts. My dad is a retired theater professor. My mom taught music most of my life. She played piano. all her life. And that's the house I grew up in. We never did like sports or anything like that. We kind of sort of tried. Like when I was younger, I did gymnastics and I loved it, but I stopped it because it was so political and the parents got in on it and they were like trying to make it so that their daughter was better than me and all this stuff. It just was too much. And so I quit. I did that and I did dance and I really wish I hadn't quit, but it was just too political. There was too much pressure. It took the fun out of it for me. I didn't enjoy it. Oh, would you look at that? I was trying to get here. I'm so good. So good. Every good boy does fine. Oh, wow. What's the geese one? Oh, that's right. It's made some Drake jokes. That's right. For the hotline. That's right. Isn't there some geese thing? All geese? No. I can't remember I swear it has something to do with geese. Mud started on flute and had to advocate to play it because according to them, my jawline didn't fit the form. So 6th grade, I played flute, and 7th, they need someone on tuba. So I was pushed into that change because I could carry it. Oh, dang. Do you still play tuba? Tuba is a pretty epic instrument. Does anybody else here play instruments? Piano. I wish I played piano. And remember my last New Year's resolution, which I've now had for 2 years in a row now, which is learn a song on the piano, which I still haven't done. I did find out though that the church's website, I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and the church's website has hymns made easy just for free on their website / in their app. And so I don't even have to buy a book. I can just like set an iPad or something up on my piano bench or my piano thing, and I could just learn a hymn. And that's been one of my goals for the last 2 years, is to learn a hymn and then play it with people singing it at church, but not like with like the whole congregation, like a small room, like small people, small group, small people, small group. Mud says, I could, but I don't own one. I do, however, own a flute. So do I. Best friends forever. I do still have my flute. Used to freak my old dog out. She didn't like it. I haven't played flute in so long. Oh my gosh. I haven't played it in so long. I liked playing the flute, but I really wish I would have kept up piano. I really, really wish. Oh, Mac plays the guitar. Mac plays the guitar. Shane plays the guitar. Doesn't Hayes also play the guitar? Am I wrong on that? I may be remembering wrong. Padawan's like, I play the radio. X says, I have no musical talent. Well, do you like music? Do you like to listen to music? I'm passionate about music. I love music. It's a pretty big part of my life. But like I said, it was a huge part of my life growing up because my mom was so into music, and I just really, really consider it, and of course it's become even, ever since my mom passed away, how long was it now? A little over a year ago, I have not been able to listen. I've downloaded all the stuff from her iCloud, but she had hundreds of songs that she wrote and sang and recorded, these little things. And, my mom struggled with her Parkinson's and all that stuff. And so it makes me sad to think about my mom being up at like 2 a.m. in the morning and in all this pain and sitting at her piano and playing, because that was her therapy. And that's how she pushed through the pain she was going through. And I hate thinking about it, but someday I'll be able to listen to those songs, but I can't listen to them yet. Whoa! Other Samus was here. Can I not make it through that? Okay. Cool. That's cool. I love that a lot. I listen to video game music. Does that count? Do you love video game music? Here's a question. Do you listen to video game music when you are not playing video games? Like, do you have like a Spotify list or something? I think that counts 100%. Mactastic got all his music equipment for my MP program. It included a MIDI keyboard. I wish I learned piano back in the day, as if I didn't already have enough space with all my collectibles. It's getting crowded in here. I know, your office. I love your office though. Intergalactic Pinecone, I love your name. There's gonna be an ad in like a minute and 30 seconds, just FYI all your eyes, and I'm sorry. I love your name so much. People are so creative. I am not that creative. Can I not? Okay, all right, cool. Oh, they did just give me bombs, didn't they? I am so smart. I have a playlist on my PC of 1950, and most of the few exceptions are from video games. 1950? Wait. You mean you have 1950 songs of video game songs? Or like 1950s music? Because it's great music. Evil Ganon battles diminutive fairy. I love music. I'm such a music fan. Hello, Samus. Hello, yes, this is Samus. How is Samus today? 1950 music themes, excellent. You know, a lot of people will say, well, what do you know, I've been asked, I'm asked this about books, I'm asked this about music, and can I jump in this? No. Oh, that's right. That's like my little mini jump. I'm asked all the time, you know, what kind of books do you like? Or what kind of movies do you like? Or what kind of music do you like to listen to or whatever? And the reality is I just like to listen / watch / read / play stuff that's good. Stuff that is good. Ow. It's not what I meant to do. I like good books. I like good movies. Although I'm not a huge movie person, I will be honest. I like good games. I like good games that are written well. I like games that have a great storyline. I'm very emotional. I become very emotionally attached when it comes to video games. I cry a lot in games. We like good stuff here. Good stuff. What kind of movies do I like? Good ones. Ones that make you think. Ones like, I'm very partial to animated movies actually, but that again goes back to my mom, because my mom always had us go see animated movies and stuff. Not even so much Disney. My mom had such a passion for animations from other countries, which is part of the reason I saw some really sketchy things as a kid. I will answer Pinecone's question in a second. I'm gonna tell him that. After the ad, Pinecone. I love that name so much. You say you like good games. How do you explain liking Hollow Knight? I considered Hollow Knight a good game. I liked it. I had a good time playing it. I loved it. Obviously, it's not for everybody. But then again, you know, there's also stuff that I liked that other people didn't. Like, I personally did not think Firewatch was as good as everybody else said it was. Everybody said it was amazing and that it was just gonna change my life and that it was just this incredible, incredible story. And I'm not saying that it wasn't an incredible story, but I was not as taken with it as everybody else was. I thought it was okay. And it was by far the most mature thing I've ever streamed on my channel. And like I said at the beginning of stream, it's not necessarily that I regret it, but I was definitely like, I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should not have streamed a game. Oh, I just died. Did I see Scarecrow's message? Oh, I saw it and then I got distracted. I remember you saying your mom only could play by ear. I can only sing by ear, can't sing from reading music. But on piano, I have to read music to know what keys to play, and I have to have listened to the song to mimic the melody. But I haven't played or studied sheet music in years. My piano is in another state. Oh. That is so interesting that you can sing by ear. No, I never watched any weird Disney stuff. I watched, oh, in answer to Pinecone's question, do I ever watch a game cutscene or music track to remember how it made you feel? Absolutely. That's why I will listen to certain game soundtracks, because it brings me back to that time and it'll help me that's the closest I can get to kind of reliving what I experienced in that moment. Absolutely, I do that 100%. My mom would find, she would find these shorts, these animated shorts from the library, actually. And she would bring them home, and they were either clay animation or stop action, which I guess is kind of the same thing. Or they would be these little, the thing I remember the most was the fact that my parents had this friend that gave them this box filled with VHS tapes. And yeah, my camera does reverse my shirt. And which is funny because most of my shirts say something, but I've had my camera mirrored for so long that now I feel weird if I mirror it. I should have mirrored it from the very beginning, and I just didn't. They had this box of VHS tapes that were called, I want to say they were called the Animation Celebration, and each VHS tape was a volume. And it was just these huge collections of animations from all over the world. And some of them were made with clay, and some of them were made with, CGI, and some of them were hand-drawn, and some of them were kind of mixed real people and stuff. I don't know if any of you have seen, it's called it's called Creature Comforts. I think you can watch it on YouTube, but it's done by the same people that did Wallace and Gromit. And it's basically this person at a zoo that's interviewing all these animals and asking them these questions about what it's like living in a zoo. And it's silly and it's funny and it's great. And all the voice acting is really funny. And I guess in the UK, they had a show based off of it, because I own some of the discs. My mom found like the DVDs of the seasons. So like I saw that on these animation celebrations, VHS tapes and stuff. And I saw like I saw this hilarious short called The Big Snit. There was these two people arguing over the dumbest things, and it's so funny, and my family still quotes it to this day. But then I also saw some horrifying things, but because my mom was like, oh, these are animations, she never stopped to think that she needed to watch through them first, because a lot of them came from countries that didn't even have ratings on their shorts. And so I saw some things I never should have seen when I was in like first grade. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to close my door, because if my daughter hears this, she'll freak out. Hold on. So one in particular that I remember was Hans Zimmer is definitely very good at that. Yes. Agreed. Which is funny. I didn't ever cry at his concert. I was expecting to, and I didn't. I just had a big dumb grin on my face the whole time. Maybe I was too distracted by all the people having to stand up every time they came in late with their food. I don't know. Maybe that was part of it. I'm sure you probably have, but I saw these things when I was in like first grade. There was one short it was a clay animated short about a little boy that, there's no speaking in the whole thing. And I have this posted on my Discord somewhere. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. It's called The Sandman. And the Sandman comes into his room, and there's no speaking, but he's kind of like, it's very clear that the boy feels very uneasy, and the Sandman looks very, very evil. And then at the end of the cartoon, he throws sand in the boy's eyes, and then he steals the boy's eyes and like goes back to his home planet or something like that, whatever it is, I don't remember. And he feeds the eyes to like his young. And I was in first grade, and I had a friend over, and my mom was like, here, let's just watch some of these things. And I remember we were just screaming in the family room. And of course, by the time it was over, like by the time my mom got there, it was over. I had nightmares about the Sandman for months after that. I was constantly scared. And my mom just never quite realized that she needed to screen these things, because they came from other countries where rating systems were different. There was that. And then there was another one I remember, which is also on YouTube. I can't remember what it's called, but Collector's actually the one that allowed me to like find it on YouTube. I can't remember what it was, but it was like this guy goes to a diner, and I'm not going to go into detail because it's super gross, but he goes to this diner, and he's got to shut the diner down. And there are all these horrible things that happened at the diner. I just remember there was a blender. When he walks into the diner, there's this blender that has two eyes and a mouth in it. And the mouth says, get out of here, you need to leave. And then the guy that works behind the counter like turns the blender on, and it blends all the stuff up in it and everything. I can't remember what it's called now, but it's posted somewhere on my... it's somewhere in on my Discord, I think. Or maybe I didn't post that one because that one is like too far. I don't know. I try to keep stuff family friendly because that's just how I am. But like, I watched these things when I was like in first grade. And I even messaged my brother when I finally figured out what it was called. I can't remember what it's called now. It's somewhere in my phone. And my brother was like, oh, my older brother was like, oh my gosh, I remember that. I remember that. I've always had it as this weird fever dream kind of memory. And now I know I didn't make that up. That wasn't a dream. So my mom was really into animations. She was into animations from like all over the world. And yeah, the diner. Yeah, what was it called? Oh, I can't remember what it was called. I think it was just called The Diner, but it was by that dude. What was his name? I've been to multiple Zelda concerts and they can be very, very moving. I feel like though now, if they were to do a Zelda concert now, I would cry so much harder because if they did the actual music from Tears of the Kingdom, I would. Gahan Wilson, that's right. The twisted mind behind The Diner and that haunted house game. Yep. That. No, it was bad. And I remember watching that when I finally found it on YouTube just a couple months ago. I watched it while I was cooking dinner and I should not have done that because it was so gross. Ugh. So I don't spend my time watching movies because I would rather play games. I would rather play games because I feel like I'm accomplishing something. It's making me think more. So movies are on the kind of bottom of my list when it comes to entertainment. I absolutely prefer to read or play video games instead. But my husband got me a projector for Christmas. And so now we have this big projector screen on our bedroom wall. And so now it's like, instead of doom scrolling on my phone at night, I can watch, Tambourine Chevrolet up on Arrakis. Right? Dune? Is that the planet? Right? Arrakis? Right? Yes. Oh yeah, because his home world is Caladan. That's right. Arrakis is the place that he goes. I love Dune and I love Hans Zimmer, and going to see his concert was awesome, reliving all that and everything. But I never got emotional. I thought I was going to, but I never did. But music, I feel, is such an important part. Our games would be nothing without it. And I remember actually the Sandman short was the same. That was one my mom used to be like, look, see, this wouldn't be scary at all if there wasn't any music to it. And she'd muted it. And I was like, oh yeah, it doesn't seem as scary. And then she was like, okay, well, she unmutes it and she's like, have fun. And she left the room. And then I had nightmares forever. Oh my gosh. Mr. Sandman, sand me a man, make him the sandiest man that you can. I've never played Skyrim. That's one of those that I've never played. But if it made you emotional, it will probably make me emotional. Oh man. We can hook the projector up to YouTube. Right now, I just have it hooked up. I can hook it up to anything with an HDMI port. So I just hook it up to my computer, but I'm hoping to get like a Roku stick or something to stick in there, and then I can use apps on it. Oh, see, that would have been me at the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth concert too, if I'd been able to go, but Corona had other plans. But music is it affects me so deeply, and I'm grateful for that because it creates these really amazing experiences when it comes to games and stuff. And I do love listening to a game soundtrack and being like, oh, I remember this. I remember this scene. I remember how I felt when this happened. I remember all these different emotions and stuff. Oh, Rebirth's music was just absolutely phenomenal. It was fabulous. It's Dad Bods. How's it going? Maracas, tune, percussive planet. Wait, I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Well, that means you can display YouTube on it so you can watch people playing video games. This is true. You can. At the end of the day, well, I didn't just start a book. I've been reading a book, which is pretty okay. It's not like amazing. It's pretty okay. It's a sci-fi. I think it's called To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. And so far, I like it, but I would much rather play games. So I can also hook up game systems, but it's not the same. It's just not the same as a TV. I don't feel like if I were playing something like Mario, or if I were playing something, I don't know, something that isn't super, super detailed. I tried playing Horizon Zero Dawn on it, and I was like it was totally pitch black in my room other than the projector. And I still was like, I was missing things. I couldn't see things very well. It's just not quite, it's just not the same. Yeah, I prefer playing games, but I know it came out a year ago, didn't it? That was my birthday present to myself. I don't have anything releasing this February for me, but for my birthday this February. But my birthday present hopefully will just be a Switch 2. I'm hoping that is the case. We'll see. And it's actually, I've reached my stream time anyway, so forgive me for chatting at the end of this, but you know what? Let me create a save state. Although I guess this is my save room, so it doesn't really matter, but I'll create a save state and then but I greatly appreciate everybody coming and hanging out today. We had a bunch of new people that have been so lovely, like X. Thank you so much for the follow. Abe's, Intergalactic Pinecone. You guys are awesome. I have videos of old games dating back to NES and Game Boy on my YouTube. So you have anything like that? You mean like videos of you playing them or just playthroughs of them? I have all my VODs and everything all on my YouTube channel, which actually leads me to ask a question. I've been taking my VODs and editing them. So I edit out like the words on stream part and the whole chatting at the beginning part. And then like this when I chat at the end, which happens a lot. And I had somebody tell me that they would rather have me not edit them out. And I was like, oh, I thought I was making it. I thought I was condensing it to just the gameplay, which I thought was, which I thought was what people kind of wanted, but maybe not. Maybe I should just upload the VODs just the way they are. Although I will say when I edit them in DaVinci, I can mute the chat commands because I've also had people be like, those are so distracting. But to be totally honest, I think I only had like 2 people. You want the whole thing? Really? Oh, dang. That's what I did with my whole Echoes playthrough. Every time Auden came in and I had to turn my head to the side, I would edit out that little part right there. And then I would edit out going to get Charlotte from the bus and then all the chatting at the very beginning. Cause I thought you can't please everyone, leading to rule two, only please yourself. Well, I would definitely cut down on the amount of editing I have to do for sure. Okay. That's food for thought. I've also considered just creating a whole new channel for VODs and just naming it VODs or like playthroughs or whatever. So I can have that in one channel and then, uploading highlights and shorts and things like that on the YouTube channel I have now, but I don't know, maybe that's too much work. I have done that too. That's a great point, X, because I have done that too. I've been like, okay, gameplay starts at this time. So that way, if people do, maybe if they missed a stream or something, or maybe they're new and they want to kind of get a feel for what my channel's like or whatever, they can go back and watch that. And if I edit it out, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't edit it out. I've been trying to one for channel edits and one for VODs. It would, like I said, it would definitely cut down on the amount of time I spend editing my stuff. 1 full VOD and 2 3 to 4 minute highlight reel. Wait, what do you mean? Like 1 channel for the full VOD and and a second channel for a 3 to 4 minute highlight reel? Is that what you're saying? But anyway, regardless of whatever the reasoning, I appreciate everybody for being here today. I had a really good time. I love Metroid. I'm very passionate about it. I'm sorry about what happened with Control. It just is what it is. Maybe I'll play some this weekend on Saturday or something. Because I really don't want to I was thinking about it all last night and I was like, man, I had a really good time. But I also know that I don't think I can play that game alone. Oh, I love Xenoblade. I glitched the game and got lost for well over an hour. Dude, I love Xenoblade. I haven't ever played the second one or the third one, but I have a very special place in my heart for the first one. My cute little eggheads. Like original. The definitive edition is so much more pretty and they look so much better. But man, on the Wii, they look like eggheads. All of them. But I loved that game. I poured over 100 hours into that game. I really, really loved it. I'd never played anything quite like it. Oh man, I loved that game. That was so great. That was my first experience with like the most massive map. I had never played a game with such giant maps. A big un and little un. Wait, are you still talking about channels or videos? And no glitches necessary. I still get lost. Hey, so do I. I get lost too. I feel like I'm really bad at reading maps. But I'll be back tomorrow. Is tomorrow Wednesday? Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. So I'll be back. We'll do more Metroid tomorrow. And then I was just planning on doing more Minish Cap on Friday, but I was going to change the bingo rules and change the bingo card to things that A, I know can happen in the game, and B, to just be like, all right, mark it when it happens, right? Which is a much better way of playing it. That's what I was doing on Friday. I haven't played Minish Cap in a long time, so I would love to play through it again, but I'm also open to playing something else if we want to do a different type of challenge. I guess I should probably look into randomizers, huh? You know that city? There was a boss I died on, and then the doors to the elevator locked. Oh no! Biscuits! Oh yeah, and then there's that state of play tomorrow. How long are the state of plays usually? It starts around 4, because I usually have to sign off around 4:30. We're so excited, we couldn't hide it. Watching you play Control, and we thought we liked it. We liked it. I did like it. I couldn't have language like that on my stream, man. I just couldn't do it. It wasn't even so much the pools of blood on the floor. I was like, that's fine. It was the language mostly. I was like, dang it. Zelda wheel spin may be fun. Oh. But if I do that, then I have to have everything ready. I don't know. We can also just do a poll on Discord, because I know there are also a lot of people that are like, I don't really care. Who knew you could fast travel into a boss fight and it was the only way out of it? Where are you in Minish Cap? There's a glitch that soft locks you. Oh, I think I just finished the first dungeon, I think. So we tried to play bingo with it last Friday, and because I was a little prideful about my rules, and because, I don't know, it ended up kind of big, but we were learning, and now we've learned more. So I was just going to do Minish Cap this Friday. But I guess maybe I should probably kind of look into 40 minutes. Okay. I should maybe look into randomizers. Okay. I've got a lot of things to think about while I go back to being a mom, but I appreciate everybody so much for being here. I appreciate the follows. I appreciate the subscriptions, the resubs, and everything. I just appreciate you guys. So don't forget how much you matter and how important you are. You're important to me. You are important to this community. I am thrilled with the fact that we've got some aspiring writers, if not some writers and like readers and stuff, in the community, because that writing thing we did this last weekend was absolutely fantastic. I got some of the best ideas. I'm super excited to start writing again, but I don't feel like I can start writing again until I talk to this guy that I go to church with. I need to know. I need to talk to him first before I kind of dive into the beginning. But just remember, you guys are all wonderful. So stay excellent. Yeah. I understand that AI can be a very polarizing topic. And I did not realize that, but it can be a very polarizing topic because a lot of people have a lot of opinions on it. And I completely understand that 100%. It gave me some great ideas as far as like bingo cards go and stuff like that. But I just didn't realize it was going to bring out so many opinions. But anyway, so I'll be back tomorrow, and the Fortress of Winds can trap you in the floor. See, it's been so long since I've played Minish Cap. I don't even remember what that fortress is. I don't remember where it is. And who knows, maybe we won't finish Minish Cap. I'm not really sure. I don't know. The whole point of playing Zelda on Fridays is just to make content that I can put on my YouTube channel. I mean, it would be fun, and we love Zelda, but it's more just kind of like making highlight videos and stuff like that, funny moments or whatever. So I don't know. I still have to kind of think about that, but I appreciate everybody. I got to go figure out something for dinner. I don't know. We'll see. But everybody enjoy the rest of your day, your night, your time zone, wherever you are. I appreciate you so much for being here. And hopefully I'll see everybody here tomorrow, and we'll tackle more of this. So stay excellent, everybody. I'll see you guys next time.